Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Salima and I'm back with another makeup showdown for you. We will do a quick comparison of all these stick foundations in my collection. This video is inspired by my last video where I compared new makeup launches against old favorites. So if you enjoy this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, grab a drink or a snack, and let's get started. We will start with stick foundations that provide a soft matte finish. And the first in this category is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the shade Golden 10. Now, this happens to be the most expensive in today's lineup, but it's worth it in my opinion. This is the most full coverage stick foundation, so a little goes a long way. And despite its full coverage, it feels surprisingly weightless on the skin. There is no cakiness even after a full day of wear. It has a creamy texture, so on my dry skin, even without a primer, this glides and blends easily, whether I'm using a brush or a sponge. If I don't want full coverage, or if I'm going for a natural look, I love to use this to spot conceal my dark spots or redness on the skin. This even works well under my eyes to cover some darkness. You get a soft matte finish out of it, but if you pair this with a hydrating or illuminating primer underneath, it looks more natural on the skin. Now let's talk about another contender in the soft matte finish category. This is the Ilia Complexion Stick in the shade 27W. Unlike the Hourglass Stick Foundation, Ilia is tailored more towards those with oily skin. So if you're like me and you lean towards the dry side, you need to prep your skin to make it work seamlessly. Ilia's formula isn't as creamy as the Hourglass one. It feels a bit stiffer, which causes some tugging or pulling, especially if your skin is dry and parched. To avoid this, I've been using a hydrating primer to help apply and blend the product on my skin. I prefer to use a sponge with this type of stiffer formula to avoid patchiness or streakiness during application. Once it's all blended out, though, the results are pretty similar to the Hourglass foundation. You're left with a smooth, blurred complexion that doesn't cake up or emphasize any texture or dry patches. Now, the main difference lies in coverage. Ilia offers medium coverage compared to the full coverage of Hourglass. If I have to pick one for my dry skin, I'll go with Hourglass over Ilia just because how convenient and easy it is to use. Let's transition to our next category. Now, I will focus on stick foundations that offer a natural finish on the skin. So, not too matte, but definitely not overly glowy either. First up in this category are the two standout products that are very similar in my experience. We have the Amicole Skin Stick in the shade 310 and the Fenty Eaze Drop Stick in the shade 12. Both of these products deliver a seamless skin-like finish, so it's your skin but perfected. They're creamy, like super creamy, so they just glide on the skin and blend easily. You can totally layer them up for some extra coverage without it looking cakey. Amicole is a black owned beauty brand and they have exceptional shade matches and undertones for medium to dark skin tones. I just wish they could expand their shade range for lighter skin tones so everyone can enjoy this beautiful formula. On the other hand, Fenty got us covered with her inclusive shade range, which I appreciate a lot. Apart from shade ranges, the only real difference I notice is that Amicole gives you this kind of soft focus effect, a bit more blurred, if you will, compared to Fenty. Either way, whether you have dry skin like me or oily skin, both of these products can work for you. They don't accentuate skin texture or feel heavy at all. So if you're on the fence, just know that you can't really go wrong with either of them. Last in this category is the Merit Stick Foundation. I was a big fan of this before trying out some of the newer stick foundations. And don't get me wrong, I still love it. In terms of texture and feel on the skin, it's just as creamy and easy to work with as the Fenty and Amicole. But here's the difference: it offers light coverage. So I wouldn't exactly call this a full fledged foundation. It's more like a skin tint, giving you that light coverage and natural finish. Now, what makes this stand out in my collection is the convenience it offers. It is a true one and done kind of product. Whether you're rushing out the door, or you are the type that usually does her makeup in the car, or you are in need of a quick touch up, just dab it on your skin, blend it with your fingers, and boom, you are good to go. And because it's slim and precise, you can even use it under your eyes without any fuss. It's not a heavy formula. You don't need to set it, and it wears well throughout the day. So if you have that on the go kind of lifestyle, or if you sometimes have those chaotic days where you have no time to be organized, use different tools or products, this is the perfect product for you. I know I am like that sometimes, and this comes in handy all the time. Let's wrap things up with our final category: stick foundations that give a glowy, radiant finish. And in this category, I've got one product, the Anastasia Beauty Balm in shade 11. It's not actually a foundation, it's a skin tint in a stick format. It is hands down the most emollient and hydrating option in my collection. Plus, it's also the most budget friendly. You get 18 grams of products for $42. Now, speaking about the application, this just melts right into your skin and blends easily. Because it is a skin tint, it provides the lightest coverage of all the products I have shared today. It's even lighter compared to the Merit Stick Foundation. So it is perfect for those everyday minimal makeup looks. I love how it makes me look radiant and plump, and it wears well throughout the day with minimal fading. However, if you have oily skin, this might be a tad too shiny and too moisturizing for your liking. You definitely need to set it with a powder to take away excessive shininess. But for dry skin, this is a winner. Wraps up today's video. I really put in the effort to make sure I give you all the nitty gritty details while keeping it concise, so you're getting the best value from these videos. If you found this helpful, I'd really appreciate your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye for now.